Lost art, courtroom drama and political unrest. Yes, 40 years ago, 18-year-old Catherine Webley was asked by striking miners in Bolsover to create a new banner for them to use on the picket lines.
Yeah, hard to believe it's 40 years ago. Well, she did it, and it went on to feature at demonstrations and picket lines across the country. But after the strike ended, the banner featuring Arthur Scargill being arrested was forgotten. Martin Fisher has the story.
Catherine Webley seeing the banner she created for the first time in 40 years. It's a reunion she thought would never happen.
Literally haven't seen it for 40 years since I painted it. I have never had a photograph. I mean, my dad was on strike at the time and we couldn't afford the film. So it's better than I thought it was. Because, well, I was 18 when I painted it, and I've learned a lot about art since then. But looking at it, yeah, it's not bad.
Catherine was asked to make the banner at the height of the miners' strike in 1984. In Bolsover, while the NUM were on strike, the Nottinghamshire-based Union of Democratic Miners were not. Court action then saw attempts to seize union banners that UDM said were theirs. So the striking Bolsover miners had to hide their original banner away for fear that it might be confiscated by the courts. But that, of course, meant they hadn't got a banner to go on picket lines or marches with. And that's where this banner came in. It was created to do just that.
My mum just volunteered me, basically. She said, oh, Kate could do that. I was in the back garden, and this chap turned up and he thrust this picture in my face and said, can you do this for us, Duck?
Featuring Arthur Scargill's infamous arrest at the Battle of Orgreave, Catherine's banner was used at pickets and demonstrations up and down the country.
We took it to Liverpool one day and we tied it on the railings outside Lime Street Station. And this copper come up to us. He said, what are you doing with that flag tied on there? I said, not a flag, mate. He says, well, what is it? I said, it's a colliery banner.
But after the strike ended, the banner was lost, until just recently.
The banner was kept by the Secretary of the Trades Council in an outbuilding, and when he was moving house, he told me that he'd got all these old banners, and I said, well, I'll make sure that the relevant trade union gets the banner, and that one, I thought, well, we'll keep that one for the exhibition.
Catherine's banner will now be used in an exhibition in Chesterfield next month to mark 40 years since the strike. Rolling back the decades for miners and their lost art. Martin Fisher, ATV News.
Piece of history, that, isn't it?
Great image, isn't it? And just to let you know, by the way, Arthur Scargill still has that baseball cap that he was wearing when he got arrested.
The same one.
Same one. Still got
Another
it.
piece of history.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at